Welcome to St. Paul's TV. I'm Rashi Shetty and this is Srishti Mukherjee. And we are feeling very fortunate to have with us Miss Maya Sharma, veteran journalist and consultant editor at NDTV Bangalore.
Thank you
Welcome,
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, ma'am, for starters, we would like to ask you through the years as the media industry evolved, what were the major challenges that you faced?
Well, there are many, many different challenges which you face in terms of having to adapt to breaking news all the time, which is something which most journalists face because the day is so unpredictable. You don't know what is going to happen that day. So you're really always on alert, always on call, always ready to move to the next thing. So that is a major challenge because you can't really plan your day or your week or your month. You have to be always responsive to what's going on. That was a big challenge. The city of Bangalore is also a big challenge in itself, getting from one place to another for breaking news. Bengaluru is another very big challenge, really. Of late, I'd say a big challenge has been social media in terms of fake news, maybe, which may come out, rumors which may come out, but which each time you have to check it and say if it's true or if it's not true. That is a that is a big challenge that has come out. And also, finally, the challenge of people's attention being taken away from television towards social media, towards online news. It's changed a lot. The situation has changed a lot. So that has been a big challenge recently.
Ma'am, being one of the first TV journalists of our country, what do you think helps a journalist to stand out and make a lasting impression on the viewer's mind for years and years?
I think you have to be very sincere in what you're doing and you have to bring your real self, not a persona you're putting on for television or
Hmm.
anything. If you bring your own individual character into the job, that is who you are. And if you bring your moral code and if you have a strict moral code, which you know what is right, what is wrong, and you follow that always, you'll never need to feel ashamed at the end of the day. I did that story or I reported it in that way. You must always feel true to yourself. And if that happens, and if you keep honesty in what you're reporting, if you keep empathy with the people you're reporting on, and if you keep that fairness of telling both sides of the story, of trying to keep a balance between whatever your personal feelings may be, trying to keep that balance, that I think will last you because those are constant values. Technology may change, things may change, but these are values in journalism which have to be there. And then I think that'll make you feel that you've done something worthwhile in your career.
Ma'am, how do you think how to maintain a streamlined approach to news in today's environment where there's an overload of information?
Yeah, that's very true that there is so much information coming in that sometimes people are rejecting it totally.
Yes.
You find more and more people saying, I don't watch the news. I don't get a newspaper. I don't subscribe to any news channel. More and more these days. There was a phase about a decade, 20 years ago, where people were crazy about news. And in India, especially, news channels just multiplied because there was a thirst. But now people are getting news or what they think is news from social media, from their WhatsApp forward, from Twitter, from Facebook. They think that is news and they believe everything they read sometimes. So it's very, very difficult. Uh, Genuine, legitimate journalism is losing viewers and readers, but they feel that they're getting information. So, as a journalism professional, you need to be able to focus on what is real. You also need to not just look at what fits with your mind view or your view of the world. You also need to sometimes look at what other people are saying so that you can get a different perspective. You may agree with it, you may not agree with it, but you can't narrow it so much that you're only reading what you want to read. You should also take a look at what the others are saying as well.
So, ma'am, how does the future of the media industry look to you, and what would be the message that you would like to give to the budding journalists or the student journalists that are here?
Right now, honestly speaking, I think the Indian media industry is in a bit of a state of trouble right now. Uh, Many news organizations are agenda driven. They're trying to make a point. They're trying to back a certain ideology or a certain party. And I'm saying there are faults on both sides, just as people may be rabidly on one side, even people who are rabidly on the other side. It should not be like that. The point of journalism, the point of being news is calling people to account. If they've done something wrong, you should be able to say that, whichever side of the divide they are, whichever side of the political divide they are. But you should be unbiased. You should keep an open mind. And seems to be becoming harder and harder in today's India, where it's either you're with us or against us, even for the media. So that is really, really very tough. So it's a difficult situation right now. I'm hoping it's a phase. I'm hoping things will get better. For media students, for people who are heading into the industry, I would like to say just stay true to yourself, stay true to your value system, bring in that sense of honesty, have empathy for the people you're talking to. You have to have an open mind when you go into a story, to listen. These are many values which you would have as a human being: to listen, to be empathetic, to be understanding, and to feel the privilege of being able to tell a story for somebody who may not have a voice. If you're true to yourself and if you have good values, then that is ultimately what journalism is about. You're telling the story of other people and you're giving a voice to the voiceless. It sounds like a cliche, but it is true. You're giving representation to people who might not have it otherwise. And it's a fantastic thing to do. It's a very vital thing for any democracy. People need the information and they need the truth.
Yes, indeed, people need the truth. So, with this, we come to the end of this interview. We thank you, ma'am, from the bottom of our hearts. We're very grateful to you for gracing the event and taking time out of your busy schedule and being here. It was really great to have you here. It was an insightful session to spend some time with you. So, this is Srishti Mukherjee and this is Rashi Shetty signing off from the St. Paul's TV with camera person Paulos.